Good evening, everyone. Welcome on back to Mariners Baseball right here on youtube.com/SeanStrikes. My name is Sean, and today we open up a 3-game weekend set against the Chicago White Sox, taking on Dylan Cease, 5-3 with a 2.69 ERA. We have Logan Gilbert on the mound with a 4-2 record, 2.68 ERA. Coming off kind of a weird series against the Miami Marlins, and even if you want to go further back, a very weird series against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. We struggled in the Miami series, lost or won 2-1, lost 3-2. We won a very bizarre game in the final game of that series, 12-1. The first 3 innings of that game took forever to complete. Probably should have been a higher. Probably should have scored more runs and been a larger run difference between the two teams, larger margin of victory. That's what I was trying to get to, because we had some bases loaded situations and just didn't capitalize on them as well as we should have. We got issued a bunch of walks early on. It is a very, very weird game. But today we're looking to keep the rhythm going, and we're looking to pick up some wins against the Chicago White Sox, who are 39-31. We're going to see some okay looking pitching over the next couple of days. White Sox doing better in game than they are in real life. We have a 12-game lead over the Astros, 14 over the Angels, 14.5 over the Rangers. Those teams at or below 500 over their last 10. We are 9-1 over our last 10, with that one loss being against those pesky Miami Marlins. Gave up a no doubter, 46 power no doubter, which was kind of unfortunate. We're going to go with the Seafoam Green open, even though it's partly cloudy. Logan Gilbert's on the bump. Everybody should be fully rested and ready to roll. And we should be able to use, barring any sort of left-handed pitching, should be able to use the same lineup throughout the whole series. Colton Wong, I love in that 4 spot. It does kind of put me in a weird... Go Pollock there. Trammell. Okay. Coach mentioned... Oh, shoot. Teoscar Hernandez hurt himself in the batting cage this morning. Oh. Well. What does Teoscar Hernandez play? Right field. Flexor strain 1 to 6 days. You know what we can do is we can bring in Cade Marlowe. 75 speed. It gives me a triple lefty right here, which means I might... it should be okay. I could put Crawford down in the lineup a little bit if I wanted to bring in someone like Suarez. Well, that is inconvenient. That is so weird. Okay. It's only the second weirdest injury we've had this season. Well, we have game number, 68 today? 60... Yeah, 68, I believe. Thanks for hanging out. Be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos, new baseball every day, 6 p.m. Pacific time, right here on the channel, provided the Mariners are playing in real life. And you can enjoy all the content.
I'm John Shambi. And Chris, a guy that's been having a huge impact for this team all year.
It is indeed game number 68, so we will have hopefully a very nice game tomorrow. And we'll end this game with... or in this series with game number 70, as I did not label that correctly. Looking at some good stats from Julio Rodriguez here.
They always have great things to say about him, and they say the team really
330 average, hell yeah.
On-field leaders day in and day out.
Let's see. CWS.
So just about set now on the hill.
College World Series at Seattle. All right, Logan Gilbert on the mound, 4-2 in 12 starts, 2.68 ERA. He only has, what do they call it, decisions in half of his games. 74 innings, 61 hits, 5 walks, 80 strikeouts, .89 whip. We gave up a lot of hits, it felt like, to the Miami Marlins throughout, especially the last two games in the series. We were able to wiggle out of it a lot, but that does put a lot of pressure on me to execute defensively. And part of the problem we ran into as well was that we were giving up hits early in innings. Even if you go back to that first game, like we only gave up 5 hits, but it felt like they had runners on pretty consistently. That we had to, it took a lot of effort to get out. And in tight games like a 2-1 victory, that's not what we're looking for. Bad first pitch also. That 4-seam kind of sailed on me a little bit. That one kind of dove on me a little bit. All right, if I could split the difference, that'd be real nice.
That's a strike.
That one sailed on me again.
Early with the fastball, 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Next offering is in
Circle
for a
change
strike.
sailed on me. Okay, everything's early here. Do I go like a little 12-6 curve action? Just maybe try to bury it a little bit?
Started to swing, held up.
Thought about it. I almost got the results I was looking for.
And they still got a check swing out of it. He's going to have to make an adjustment and make it fast.
In the air, right field. Marlowe pulls it
Marlowe
down,
with a nice
and
grab
there's 2
there.
gone.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite.
I don't think that 4-seam was exactly where I wanted it
2
either.
out, space is empty. And next to him for the Sox.
We have an interesting bit of the schedule here where we will have this series through the weekend and we will be off on Monday again.
That one's in there. That's strike
Which is
1.
weird. Then we'll be, I believe it's an East Coast swing. New York and Baltimore coming up. Can be done with the Yankees. And I guess halfway done with Baltimore. Okay, why are we... All right.
They say it went.
Pitched way too early here.
Got him.
Got him looking. 98 on the fastball right there. Good shit, and we're
Nothing
through
doing
one.
for the White Sox. Now it'll be the M's turn. No score. You're watching Mariners baseball on the show Northwest.
Well, the top half of one. It is weird how long it takes me to get to, like,
Back in Seattle.
reused to being either at home or away. Right as I'm done with the home series, I'm like, oh, I got this figured out, and then we gotta go on the road. 5-3 record in 14 starts with a 2.69 ERA. Bunch of other stats that I didn't read because I was too busy talking. Rodriguez on the mound here. We're gonna have triple lefties coming up after him, and unfortunately, we get another one of those pitchers that has off speed as a primary that has really thrown me off over the last week. Slider, and then a 4-seam fastball.
Julio Rodriguez.
That's what he'll open us up with.
Strike 1.
Slider's going to top out at 89. A 4-seam, we just saw at 97, but it'll go as high as 99. Knuckle curve at 83. Changeup at 78.
Fouled off. He was
Late on the slider. Indecisive there.
The 0-2. And there's a ball.
Went back to the fastball. Thankfully, he threw that pretty far inside.
Set up for that changeup. He hasn't seen it yet. Looks just like a fastball out of the hand.
Not close with that one. And it's 2-2.
Ooh, he got me. I ran out of patience.
Up with it, fires to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. And now for Seattle, Cade Marlowe. And first offering
That
is
is
fouled
a very late slider. Won't be able to get to it, thankfully.
off. One down, base is empty. Comes up empty. That's
That
strike 2.
was something I was doing a really good job of yesterday, or Wednesday, I should say. Taking those pitches that were way out of the zone. And we'd even done a good job the previous couple of pitches. He's thrown 2 in the zone, and then he's gone outside of the zone on pitch number 3, and I've been good about laying off of them. Just
And
kind of.
ball and 2 strikes. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh boy, oh
Stood
boy.
absolutely
They're not
no
even
chance
close.
on
That is
slider
what is so
right there.
frustrating
I
about
don't
it.
mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1.
80 hits for J.P. Crawford.
And that's in for a strike.
And that fastball was actually like really good location. If I was able to hold back a little bit, might have been able to
Left-hand hitter waits.
get a hold of one for a solid double. I don't know. It looked like it had a pretty good ride to it.
Just misses without one.
Really lucky that was not a
Changeup
called strike
right
there.
out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Got him.
And he got me
Strikes out
again.
the
It's that-
side to begin the game. What a start.
Wow,
The key
strikes
is
out the
arm
side, huh?
action on the
Jesus
changeup.
Christ.
When you can sell it like a
Yeah, I mean, you can
fastball,
see how
you drop the
devastating
velocity, you
the
get the
combination
swing
is.
and miss,
It's
and walk off
87
the
to
field.
97, and I have not figured it out. And it feels like every single pitcher, every single starting pitcher we've had for like a week plus at this point has had the fucking some knuckle curve, some just regular curveball,
Pitch.
slider as their primary.
And there's a strike. That clips a corner.
Wow.
Clyde
Yeah, it was
Washington
a
with home plate duties in this one.
very
Little low
generous.
zone boot from Clyde. Nothing crazy though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
0-2 now. And down on strikes. 1 out.
Fastball again sailing on me. I am not locating well, but kind of a
Andrew
generous
Vaughn
call
now.
there.
Number 25, Andrew Vaughn.
Out towards right center field. Marlowe.
Marlowe with some nice
Brings
speed
it in,
there.
And there's 2 away.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
And here's
This
the
is one of those
catcher,
teams I would like to
Semi
perform
Zavala.
well against. They're over 500.
In for a strike.
Those
It's
teams tend to be
0-1.
the teams
Looks
that
like
I
a
have
really good
struggled with
fastball
throughout the
today.
season.
You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. That one out to right. Marlowe makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go.
Feeling pretty good pitching-wise. I mean,
second, no score.
we're getting lucky with the contact.
Bottom half of inning number 2.
I simultaneously feel like I'm being effective with the pitching, but also like, ugh, not great.
Cease back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
I was kind of guessing there.
Righty
First
to the
pitch
plate.
has been that four-seam.
Hard ground ball.
There we
base
go.
knock.
There we go. That'll work.
Couldn't have timed it up any better
Slide
than
over a
that.
scoop.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
A.J. Pollock at the dish. There's a strike.
Okay, that's all right. We got a generous call in the last inning. No big deal.
The pitch. Good eye right there. The next pitch misses.
He is really trying to get that expanded zone there.
Wong gets his lead at first.
Those are
with
not off
nobody
by
out.
much. Great takes there.
Now Next pitch misses inside. They're now 3-1.
I'm a little surprised. That first one was the first one was a strike and not a single.
Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
There we go.
Base knock, and
Not another pitch was called a strike. I think you could make an argument that maybe one of the ones off the corner was a strike.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. And Chris, his big strength is defense, but it is interesting in today's world of baseball compared to when you played. A good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
That's a great take.
First
Great
offering
take.
misses the mark.
I can get a little amped up sometimes. See if he'll throw maybe a high fastball.
Swings
Oh, he
and
gave me right what I.
misses. And a count
He gave me
1-1.
exactly what I wanted.
No score here in the second. And it is 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
The 2-1. Swung on, belted.
Go, 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 gone. 3-run blast. Kyle Raleigh opposite field. Let's fucking go. Let's go. I think he threw a slider in that spot, and I was not ready for the fastball. If he had thrown the fastball again, even though I was looking probably in the right area, I would have been late on it.
Down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority.
Maybe I did get the fastball I was looking for.
Eugenio Suarez.
Oh, it was
down.
interesting. Okay,
Eighth
just
RBIs
late on
in
it.
the American League right now. And that's in there for strike one.
Interesting. I thought that was a slider. For whatever reason, it just felt like it was coming in a little bit slower.
Next offering is down low.
And so I just kind of was like, okay, well, he must have tried a slider, little front door slider, and it caught too much of the plate.
And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Wow. What a turn here, huh?
And a 2-1 on the way. And fouled off.
Oh, if that's better timing. If that's better timing.
2-2 now. In the air to left center. Marisnik settles underneath it.
Wow, late on
He's
that
there. He's got it.
slider.
And there's one down.
Those are the kind of results that I'm looking for more consistently with runners on. Doesn't even have to be a home
Here's the
run,
first
just something
baseman,
that's
Tom
not a
France,
double play.
Leading the American League in hitting entering the day. Ball one low.
1 ball, no strike.
Still only one out here in the inning. Next pitch in for a strike,
fine.
and the count is 1-1. And he pumps in a strike.
Well, they left that changeup up. Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. Here's Taylor.
Just it's
Trammell.
so slow. It's so slow.
And that one fouled
And there you
off.
go. It's 97 miles an hour. The last pitch was what, 75 or some garbage?
And a pitch. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Okay,
That
went with a
hits the
slider
dirt.
that time. I was
That's
looking for
ball
something
1.
off speed. Thankfully, that one was pretty easily spotted out of the zone.
And
Fuck.
a swing and a miss. Third out, and that ends the frame. 3-run shot for Seattle. It's now 3-0. It's Major League
He's
Baseball on the
oh
show.
my god, he is fucking annihilated. That goddamn changeup is so slow. I should be able to spot it, and I get so
Top half
anxious.
of the third inning, and now Yohan Moncada.
Third baseman, Yohan
Gilbert back to work. There's a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Bounce to the left side. Suarez throw to first in time.
A little frustrating.
And a quick out number 1.
You know, good recovery here, though.
Good downward break on that.
Here's Elvis Andrus. Didn't play in the day game yesterday.
We've struck out a lot already, and it's the third or the second inning. That's like 4 or 5 strikeouts already, and that's not good. I mean, I know we're up 3-0. Hard to be too mad, but it's
on the ground, right side.
Frustrating.
France gets it to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Batting 9, the center fielder, Jake Marisnik.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the veteran outfielder, Jake Marisnik. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Marisnik measures 6 feet 4 inches, 220 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. On the ground, Suarez, jump throw. And that is the 3rd out of the inning.
That was a tight play down the line.
The White Sox.
Stuck with it nicely. 3 runs, but only 2 hits.
Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and stepping in for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball,
Yeah, there it is,
football,
knuckle
you feel
curve.
like
The
you
knuckle
could
curve and the
thrive in one of those
changeup.
sports too. And ball 1.
There's the changeup again. All right. Nice
So
and slow
important for him
here.
to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
In the air out to center.
Unfortunately,
Sizes this one
yeah,
up.
just
No
laid on
trouble
it.
here.
Darn it.
Puts it away for the out.
The right fielder,
1 down.
number 18.
Probably one I should be letting go.
Cade Marlowe. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. In there, and it's 0-1. And that skips in the dirt. Here comes a pitch. There's the swing and miss.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And that one is
Drop,
lifted in the
drop,
air.
no.
Sheets puts it away for the out.
Fuck,
And
it's
there's
a
2 down.
fucking changeup.
And now for Seattle, J.P. Crawford. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. There's a strike. Crawford, 28 years old, and he won a Gold Glove in the shortened 2020 season. To the right side.
Good timing on it. Just a little more
Play
inside.
made, that ends the inning. Mariners are down in order, but they
I mean,
lead at
that's not-
3-0.
That's not what you want to see. God dang it.
And welcome back as we go to the top of the 4th. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate.
Benintendi.
And the right-hander back to work. When you look at Benintendi, think about this. He played in the same conference as both Alex Bregman and Dansby Swanson. Those 2 guys picked ahead of him in the 1st round. But it was Benintendi who was the SEC Player of the year they all got drafted.
Yeah, the organization clearly saw something special in this kid as a prospect.
4-seam
And
is
it's
not
paid
going
off
where I
nicely.
want it to, which is a little frustrating and a little worrying as we get deeper
Line
into
to
this
kick the
game.
pitch. Foul ball, it stays.
Ideally, I'm able to
0-2.
place those
Now,
a
when
little
you
bit
think
better. I
about
think we're going to go
players in the
sinker
past
here.
Or even in today's game, who's a comparison?
He reminds me a little bit of Harold Baines.
Jeez
Both of them
Louise.
lefties, both outfielders.
That
They've
was
shown similar
awful.
types of production at the plate.
1 away.
Man,
Here's the second baseman.
that
Leori
sinker is
Garcia.
so far
1 with a fly out.
up. Oh, God.
And a swing and a miss.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these guys are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
And a foul ball. The White Sox hitless so far in the game. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The pitch. Ball one there.
It's a good take.
It was just a touch early. Just a touch early. Has he seen? No. Let's try the sinker again.
On the ground to the left.
Again, the sinker just way up in the
Here in
zone.
the top of the fourth.
That is not
The
good.
designated hitter, Eloy Jimenez.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Eloy Jimenez. His first at bat was a strikeout. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. And out of here.
Yeah,
With
that.
the jet
Wow,
stream,
what
line
the
drive.
fuck?
Saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Sheets.
I don't understand what is so wrong with this
He was a
fastball.
strikeout victim his first time. That's a laser base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Now they're going to apparently start getting on time with everything. Hello, with 2 outs. Excuse you.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you
That one, when I let it go, I knew was bad news.
So no surprise, he put a great swing on it.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field.
That's a terrific
Just
catch.
getting out of here
The
in time
fuck
in
is
this
happening?
game, but not
The one that I
before
let go to
the
Eloy
back with a
Jimenez here,
solo
which we're going to
home
take a look at.
And this is now a
That one came
3-1
out of the
ball
hand, and I
game.
saw where it was
You're
going. I was like,
dialed
that's
into the show.
gone. What's going on with Raleigh's leg over there?
Back at T-Mobile Park, ready to go for the last half.
That's a
of the
hell of a
inning.
way to
Now it's
lose.
The second baseman, Colt
Give
Luong.
up that's the first hit of the game. It's just a
And
no-doubter
indeed.
home run. But that's why, I mean,
Strike one.
fuck.
Well, these Mariners
Relax.
doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the
Um,
right pitch to come
But that's
their
where it gets,
way.
you know, I
I'm seeing
mentioned it
very
earlier. It was like
patient
these
at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3
these,
runs they've already scored. On top of that,
these fastballs are not going where I want them to go, and it is worrying as we got deeper in the game. That's a slider right where I was
And
looking.
that pitch count is impactful
Fuck.
because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
This
Way
one
too
shot
early
to
on
first. Takes it himself.
He's
One
thrown
out,
a lot of
bottom
changeup
fourth.
with 2-strike counts.
Now at the plate,
Um,
A.J. Pollock. The walk and a run scored his first time. And a good fastball to start him off.
98
That's
mile an hour
strike one.
fastball is. This is the worst. This is the worst combination of pitches you can have.
And a strike in there.
It's also a tiny little bug flying around my screen. Lucky to get a piece of that. If he had thrown the knuckle curve or the changeup, I would have been screwed.
Make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
In the dirt. Throws to first. And they take care of Pollock for the out. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. He had a big 3-run homer in his first trip. And that one fouled off. Kicks and fires. That one well upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss.
There it is.
As
That
he was out
knuckle
front
curve.
that time.
No reason to swing at that shit.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year. And 1, 2, 3 go to Mariners.
I am
And the
so
score
frustrated with my
stays
swings
3-1.
today.
Welcome back.
He's
Top
so
five Johnson
erratic.
with Chris
It's so
Singleton.
fucking
And leading it
irritating.
off, Sebi Zavala.
Oh my god. You'd think I was losing this game.
The wind and the pitch. That's a strike. 0-1.
You know, these White Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating
some
moments.
contact
They've
on
been
this
fooled quite a
fastball.
bit today.
Probably going to need to lean more on those secondary pitches. Maybe that's part of the problem. Too predictable as we get through the second go round here.
He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And downstairs.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
Now 3-0.
Reno.
There's a strike.
It's a free strike for sure. Do we get cheeky with a slider?
Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now. Next offering is fouled back. Three-two now. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Yeah.
All over that one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always.
Suarez tossed to second.
Okay, that's a big play right there. That was a pretty awful slider. To be able to turn two on that is huge. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm pitching pretty tight here. Not too upset with the hit that we gave up. I mean, it was a perfect into the outfield. Or just a very solid piece of contact if it wasn't perfect.
Suarez up to the plate now.
The third baseman.
Just when it's not kind of, when you're just missing.
Swings through that one.
Let's take a look at the bullpen here. Our pitch count isn't terrible, but they're definitely making better contact second time through, which means that third time through is going to be even more rocky. If we could try and get through 6 with him, that would be great.
And it's even up.
But let's have some arms ready just in case.
For a strike.
Not a great start with this at-bat. Big swing on that terrible knuckle curve.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Snap throw.
He has one fucking fastball. The fastball being 10 miles an hour faster than anything else is a nightmare.
And it's fouled away.
Fuck. And it's a couple times I missed the slider. I missed a pitch with Crawford.
France started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, no swing. Earl Hendricks.
I missed that slider there. I missed another one earlier as well.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Yeah, that's outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Really lucky to get a piece of that. It's that disgusting changeup that is all the way down at 78, and we're consistently seeing 96, 97 mile an hour fastballs.
In the air, left side.
Unfortunately, that's an out. But
and Benintendi able to make the grab.
I mean, at least battled back. It wasn't a strikeout.
Number 5. Taylor.
Now it's the Mariners DH. Taylor Trammell. He's 0 for 1. And the first offering
And that
is
one
not
nice
close.
and easy.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Next offering is
That's
in
fine.
for
That's a good
strike.
take right there.
1 strike.
It's on the edge. Low success.
That's inside.
Corner.
Did a much better job of this stuff on Wednesday.
Next one in the dirt.
That's a good take. That's the
Julio
take I've not been
Rodriguez waits on
doing a
deck.
good job with.
2 down, nobody on. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the
Wow.
walk.
I am so surprised. You know, honestly, I felt like that could have been a 4-pitch walk. It was kind of a generous call on the outside. So.
RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Early on the slider. Oh my gosh.
That's the 3rd out.
Way too aggressive. Totally blew the free walk that we got. Man.
All set for the top of the 6th. Now here's Jake
So we're going to be...
Jake Marisnik.
The right-hander back to work. Now a screamer into the outfield. Marlowe makes the grab, 1 down.
Marlowe playing really well in the outfield today. I appreciate it.
To the plate.
So we're getting through lineup go number 3 here. We are under 50 pitches so far. And at bats like that previous one really helped.
Golden Spikes Award winner.
That was a really bad pitch.
Foul.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Didn't throw the 12-6 well last time.
The 0-2.
But they're definitely on the fastball.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fights it off, he'll see another.
Don't have anything.
Left-hand batter waits. The punch out there. That's out number 2.
Well, I liked the 1 pitch out. The 1 pitch at bat was pretty nice.
Getting ready to hit. Garcia.
This is where you kind of just go like, look, Logan Gilbert may only have
2 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 325 in his last 10 games.
60 pitches at the end of this, but
Inside
if they're getting the
corner,
contact,
that's
then
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
the weird thing is I don't want to get hit hard.
Kicks and deals. Base hit center field.
Man, that sucks. You know what? I guess we got kind of lucky on a previous slider.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but
Up next for
he did
Chicago.
such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Eloy Jimenez now. And there's a foul ball.
France, not quite.
Here comes the 0-1. There's the strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Let's just throw this one a little further outside.
And
Got
a
him.
swing and a miss.
Got him with a swing and a miss. I was terrified to throw a fastball to that friggin' big old strong man. I was going to say monster, but I felt kind of mean.
It's the Mariners 3,
Positive way.
and the White Sox 1.
Woo. Woo.
Bottom of the inning, and now for Seattle, Hayden Marlowe. Cease back to work. There's a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
0-2 as he waves at that one. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Ronaldo Lopez appears to be getting loose. Ruiz getting loose as well. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
I think we're actually going to go ahead and bring in... Let's bring in Brash.
P. Crawford up next for the Mariners. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. The 0-1. That's a slider for a
Fuck
strike.
off. God damn it.
Right through there, got him. And there's
I
three
am
away.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger
completely
on the fastball
out of
right
sorts
there,
here.
and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Bounced up the middle. Gets it to first. That takes care of one. And the Mariners set down 1-2-3. Mariners go down quietly there, but they still lead it 3-1.
I mean, I just fuck. I am going to make sure. Bring in a new pitcher. We're not playing for anything other than a win at this point. Matt Brash going to come in. 27 games, a 4-3 record. 6 holds, 33.2 innings pitched with a 3.21 ERA. 42-4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Pretty low batting averages on either side. I mean, that's a strike, but okay. He has the circle change. Damn it. God, I hate throwing the circle change. I hate it so much. Okay, let's just avoid that pitch. No problem.
Now the right fielder, Gavin Sheets.
Gavin.
The wind of the pitch. Hard hit to third. Throws across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the White Sox. The first baseman.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Vaughn.
Almost drove one out of here last time up. Flied out to the warning track.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. The 0-1. Swing and a ball popped up.
This was a good call. This was the correct call. Different pitcher, different arm angles, release points.
Here's the catcher, Sebi
This
Zavala.
is what you want to see. Throw their timing off.
That's in for a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Oh, 0-2 now.
Not a great pitch right there.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate disciplined.
There we go.
Swinging.
Run it all the way up to 98.
Nothing doing for the White Sox.
All right, Matt
And it
Brash comes in,
remains
does
a
exactly what I
3-1
need him to
ball
do, and now we can have the Sewald Munoz show as we go to the 7th, or the 8th and the 9th, excuse me. Love to get an insurance run here, but 2 should be enough.
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Ronaldo Lopez. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
5.11 on the ERA, 2-3 record in
fielder,
33
A.J.
games.
Pollock.
Can't let those numbers get me too excited. He has a primary fastball that tops out at 99. Slider at 89, curveball 82, circle change 88.
And there's the strike.
With a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, bottom of the zone. Do I just maybe try to stay up top a little bit?
See the velocity, 97 with that fastball.
Really lucky to get a piece of that. Holy shit, that was a terrible swing. Lucky again to get contact on that.
The 0-2. In the dirt.
And I mean,
Throw
just
to first. Gets him. One
just an
away on a
awful,
drop third
awful
strike.
start.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Cal Raleigh. He's already homered in this game. Ripped on a line to center.
Oh,
He's got it. There's two
no!
away.
Fuck!
He
All
was
right,
all
well.
over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under.
The third baseman.
If he gets under it by a fraction of an inch. Okay, what is going on? I feel like I'm... Ugh. I feel like I'm being bugged. Ugh.
Just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. Strike two.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling.
That's strike three and the third out. So we take a break.
That was an accidental drop. That was an accidental drop. Oh, good. I started to save the screenshot. I was really proud of myself because I tossed it up and caught it with my one hand, but couldn't hold on to it. It's an incomplete pass.
New pitcher for the Mariners, Paul Sewald.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms
Yeah,
of
actually, we haven't
resting,
had to
but
use
he should
Sewald, huh?
definitely be well rested.
It's a strike? What the fuck are you talking about, man? Does Paul Sewald have the two seam? Yes, he does. Yeah, baby. I don't know why all of a sudden the zone's getting real tight, but okay.
And a pitch. That's in there, and that is strike one.
Strike
Well, that's really the
one.
money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for guys to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
And the 0-2.
Oh.
Fouls it back
Oh, I
with
got
two
the swing I
strikes.
was looking for.
The 1-2. Swings.
There we go.
And that's
There
a
we go.
strikeout.
Run it up to 94, blow it by him. Let's go.
Pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
One of those interesting games where I think both teams have been pretty aggressive with the
And up next
at-bats
for Chicago, Elvis Andrews.
pretty consistently, so it's
There's a
like,
strike.
oh man, look at the recording time and going like, we're already in the top of the eighth, huh?
And the righty deals. That one fouled off.
I think you go slider here.
Swing.
Got him
That's
swinging.
strike
Okay.
out.
There we go. Change
Chance
the
to strike
speed.
out the
Throw
side
it
now.
wide.
You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they
Good
can
shit.
miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Jake Marisnick steps to the plate for the White Sox. In there
We're
for
gonna start
strike
him with a little,
one.
start him with a slider. Just missed. Just missed. Oh shit! I didn't actually want to throw this pitch. Try and
At
tuck
the
it high and
belt
tight.
finds. And now 2-1.
That's a strike, sir. Please. Hello.
And a swing and a miss.
Ball two.
To third. And he grabs it in foul ground. The 2-2. Battling here as he
Oh,
fouls
just
it
barely
away.
got a piece of it. Oh, his swing timing was early on that?
And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Down in order go the White Sox. And they still trail it here 3-1. New arm out of the bullpen, Jose Ruiz.
Jose Ruiz, another right-hander.
And this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
See if we can get one insurance run. I need to get Munoz up and going here.
And now Ty France.
Four seam again, up at 99. 12-6 curve at 86, circle change at 90.
The pitch. Into center.
Off the end of the bat.
Brisnick.
Really bad. Really, really bad.
And there's one down.
That's not what I'm looking for. It's like I'm trying to do a speed run of this game. Really not.
Trammell. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Aaron Bummer, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go.
Summertime, everybody.
Next offering
outside.
Misses, and that's ball two. And that one lifted in the air center field.
Under it. I thought I was higher in the zone. I really did. I thought I was going to be more on top of that one.
And there's two away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Now here is Julio Rodriguez. Just off the outside edge.
Not a terrible at-bat, though, with Trammell.
Misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Right-hander kicks, deals.
There we go. There we go. Julio Rodriguez. Just early on it, too, and I was able to get it out. There's that insurance run I'm looking for. Let's go. Julio.
Versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. How is that fastball out of here?
Okay. That is very, very helpful. Just early.
Just 3 pitches last time.
First
On the
offering
inside.
misses badly for ball one.
And I thought with Trammell it was going to be a much better at-bat. Or a better swing, excuse me.
There's a strike.
Or I guess piece of contact.
Ripped on a line.
Oh.
Makes
Oh.
the catch, inning over.
Oh, that
The
one.
Mariners
That one
pick
hurts.
up a run thanks to this solo homer. Last chance coming up here for the White Sox.
We're going to ratchet up the speed on the fastball a little bit. We're going to throw some sliders. And I'm going to say no. It's going to ask me if I want to switch pitchers. I'm going to say no, and I'm just going to make sure that I double check that I have the right guy in. Because I don't want to accidentally put Flexen in.
That intending to start it. So out of the bullpen for
Just
the
that way.
Mariners, Andres Munoz.
I had like
I can't imagine any
2% doubt in my head, and I was like, did you put the right person in? And I went, I think so.
Give you the best at bats they can, so it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here.
Okay,
to try
so
and
his
close it
primary
out.
is this 91-mile-an-hour slider that just doesn't have movement. I don't know if that's just Munoz's slider just doesn't have movement, or what. I mean, that's 2 strikes right there, but zone's been kind of tight lately. What I like doing is using that as just a speed changer.
The pitch. Munoz. In his 4th
Ratchet up
year,
that fastball.
He features a slider, a
I'm going to go
4-seamer,
2-seam to
and
try to
he
get to a
works
2-strike
in a 2-seamer.
count, and then
Next offer is
Try and
in
slow
for
him
a
down
strike.
here with the slider. Maybe it's kind of a benefit for me at the moment that it doesn't move a ton.
Righty delivers. And
Oh, that one
1-2.
sailed on me.
Really good
Just
take, especially with two
just
strikes.
missed. Gotta settle down. Gotta slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Okay. 1-2 count here. Oh, we poked it away. Let's go four seam. Same spot.
The other way.
There we go.
Suarez throw to first in time. And they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
Second baseman, Leori Garcia.
Now here is Leori Garcia. 1 for 3. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days.
Woo.
I never would have had a chance.
That was a
Now
perfect,
only one
perfect.
out remaining.
Just right to
Pitches and a quick
my
out.
man Colton Wong.
Now batting, designated hitter.
So it's their last chance in this one. Eloy Jimenez steps to the plate for the White Sox. Check swing, but he went too far. Slider right there.
Didn't actually look like he called it a swinging
Swing and
strike.
a high
Jeez
fly
Louise.
ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. Just one strike away. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
And do the same thing we did earlier.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Too cute.
Yeah, he'd like to have
Little,
that pitch
little
back.
too cute. Oh dear Lord.
Righty to the plate. Up the middle. Wong. On to first. Ball game.
All right, game one goes to the Mariners.
Series
Not a
opener
great win.
here at
That was
home.
kind of ugly. I hate that game sometimes.
Series, and there's just such
We
a
got
big
just enough
difference
offense to win this one, and I think that I made the correct calls from a pitching perspective. Like, he had room to work with. He had only thrown about 60 pitches, and maybe 65 through the innings that he had pitched, and it was like, not even going to take a chance. Don't worry about it. I've been a little wonky, been a little wild with him. The command just wasn't there. Can't really, start piling up the base runners. Only a 2-run lead. Sometimes it has been. It's interesting because sometimes we get into that where I get into that situation where I go like, well, I'd like to try and get him through 6, or maybe try and get him through 7, and we have a 2-run lead, and maybe we get a big inning, and it's like, okay, a 3 or 4-run lead, and you go, all right, we can risk it a little bit more, but it was only a 2-run lead at the time. Good pitching management right there out of me. I personally feel really only the one terrible mistake pitch. We got some luck with some of the hits earlier, some of the contact earlier against the White Sox. We actually got out hit in this game 4-3. We were able to take advantage of the walk 3-run blast from Cal Raleigh, and that propelled us to a 3-0 lead. The one terrible pitch that went to Eloy Jimenez, as soon as it started going, I was like, that's bad. All of that is awful, and it was 1 for 4. Eloy Jimenez with the solo home run. Otherwise, we kept this Chicago offense fairly quiet, which was really good. Dylan Cease struck out 10 batters. I struck out so many freaking times. It's kind of unbelievable that I got 4 runs off of him. He walked 2, struck out 10, gave up 2 hits and 3 earned in his 6 innings. Unfortunately, his offense did not back him up, and he gets tagged with a loss. Logan Gilbert, your player of the game, and your winning pitcher, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 1 earned. Munoz picks up save number 21 and I believe 23 attempts. We only had 3 hits. Cal Raleigh's 3-run home run, Julio Rodriguez solo blast, Colton Wong's single, I think, and I think there was a walk. There was a walk to Pollock, and then I think Cal Raleigh got the blast. But sometimes you're going to win like this, and we have had games I think where I've won and still the pitcher on the opposing side has double-digit strikeouts. It's like, how? What is happening? I really struggled out for a few days. I'll let it auto select. I imagine it'll just keep him active and I'll just have to keep an eye on him, but it's fine. Really struggled in that first inning. All 3 batters were struck out. I had such a good start to the second inning, and then after the Raleigh home run, everything just went downhill. And I think that's where those strikeouts really start to pile up, is those first 2 innings. And then they were peppered in throughout the rest of it. So I think about half of them were probably the first 2 innings, and then just some really bad swings and putting myself in bad counts and whatever. We got the win. Julio Rodriguez helps us get a little insurance, and we still get the save situation. We improve to 50-18 through our first 68 games, which has, absolutely, will you please stop telling me things? Absolutely has to be the best record I have ever started with in the 3 years that I've done this. Maybe that one that I did in 2020 where the footage I have on a hard drive somewhere, but I didn't finish that season. Maybe we were off to a good start like that, but that one was kind of weird because I started the season with the fluctuating difficulty all the way down at the start, you know what I mean? And then slowly worked up through the regular season. Whereas in these games, I've tried to make sure that I do a regular game for like the first game of the year, and then 4 or 5 preseason or spring training games to try and balance that out a little bit. So it makes a little more sense difficulty wise from the start. Either way, 50-18, unbelievable that it's actually been this successful. And these are the teams that I want to play well against. I've talked about it throughout this entire season. Winning teams with winning records, teams we might see later on down the road in higher pressure situations, having the confidence to be able to beat these teams, that is important to me. Chicago, beating that team, beating these Yankees who are 38-32, who what'd we do? 2-1 against them last time we saw them. Orioles are slightly under 500. Tampa Bay's a good team. Washington's real bad. So, these are the series that I'm looking to win, series that I'm looking to be competitive in. It was an ugly game today. Offensively, wasn't where I wanted it to be. We got 4 runs. Pitching held out. Defense played well. Marlowe was eating stuff up in right field, so we might see more of him. And that's kind of what you're looking for. I could flip Marlowe and put Rodriguez behind him and try and get Marlowe on base with Rodriguez able to cash in some ribbies, but we'll see if I remember to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow, Michael Kopech, 7-2 with a 2.65 ERA. Taking on Robbie Ray, 11-2 with 1.63 ERA, as the Mariners and White Sox battle it out in game number 2 tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time right here on youtube.com/Shawnosaurus White Sox looking to even the series at 1 game apiece. Mariners looking to take a 2-0 lead and win the series right here, right now. You'll find out what happens tomorrow on the channel. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's game. Kind of a frustrating offensive output, but I guess it's kind of hard to be irritated when you're mad, but you can still improve. So there you go. Got to take more of what I did in the 3rd game of the Marlins series and apply it throughout. Take more pitches. There were several times where the strikeouts were just me getting impatient. Got to have better patience. We'll see if I can improve on that tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell, and good sports. Happy Mariners. Go good Mariners. Go Mariners. Go Mariners. Go sports. Good Mariners. I forget how I say that. Goodbye.